Hello and welcome to Firebird Field for today's game between the Lakota West Firebirds and the visiting Princeton Vikings. Coming in today, each team is knotted up in GMC standings at 8-6 apiece. For the Firebirds, opened up strong, going 3-1 non-conference play with wins over Milford, Talawanda, and Centerville. However, as of recently, they cooled off in a major way. Lost to Oak Hills, Elder, and Mason. Lone bright spot was a gutsy 2-1 win over Mason on May 6th behind a Caleb Binder complete game, only one earned run. They were also swept by Fairfield in late April. The Firebirds today need to stop the bleeding and recapture their early season form. Princeton endured a brutal early conference schedule, going 0-4 with losses to Oak Hills twice and Mason twice. Trying to bounce back here today.
Great analysis, Jacob.
First pitch from Jacob Bramwell. Gonna be outside, breaking ball, called a ball. So like I said, coming in today, Princeton, brutal early conference schedule, going 8-2, or 0-4, losses to Oak Hills twice and Mason twice. Pitch from Jacob's outside again. However, much recently, they've been on a hot streak, going 8-2 in the last 10 games, with sweeps over Sycamore, Coleraine, and Hamilton. The pitch upstairs, ball 3.
Yeah, going to be interesting to see how Jake performs today. He's got a 2.3 ERA. He's been solid this year.
That's going to be strike 1. Davis doesn't like it. For Jake, it's a predominantly 3-pitch arsenal. Going to be a fastball, low to mid-80s with sink and run into right-handed hitters. Pitch. That's going to be strike 2. Full count to Tyson. Josh Davis.
Be great to get a quick out here on Josh Davis. He's been prolific this year, but that'll be a walk.
Be ball 4. All right, so uncharacteristic walk for Jake early on here. One of Jake's strongest attributes as a starter and a closer is managing traffic on the base paths, though, so probably one of the reasons why he's out there. Coach Geschwin obviously believes that Jake can give them a chance to win every single day. Set. Strike 1. So Jake, with Bramwell, you're going to see a lot of quick deliveries. You're going to see a lot of slide steps trying to manage the traffic on the base pass. Right now, Josh Davis over there at first is always a huge threat to run. I mean, some of the best speed in the GMC. And even throughout this entire Princeton lineup, you're going to see speed that can just constantly put pressure on pitchers. So it'll be interesting to see how Jake handles that today.
Yeah, going to have to keep an eye on him for sure. I think, he's not leading out too far.
Back pick from Braden is late.
There they go. Making sure he doesn't get any easy ones.
So I think the duo between Jacob Bramwell and Braden Johnson behind the dish are going to be pretty effective at managing the base stealing threat that Princeton always poses, as Bramwell steps off there. With Bramwell, the arsenal, it's 3 pitches. Fastball is going to be in the low to mid-80s, sink and run into right-handed hitters and away from lefties. So he's going to try and induce a lot of ground balls with that. High pop fly, center field. Phoenix camped under it, and 1 away. Slider's going to be in the low 70s. Lots of lateral movement away from right-handed hitters. That'll be a strikeout pitch early and often for Bramwell. To mix up looks, he'll incorporate a changeup in the low 70s with a lot of depth and separation off the fastball. So again, plays well, especially for guys that are going to be a little bit early on the fastball. One of those guys is this hitter, Sanchez Gonzalez, up in the leaders in the GMC in home runs. Takes the ball low there.
Yeah, he's got 3 home runs on the season. Big power guy, and going to be interesting to see how Jake can put an end to that here.
Always a threat to pull the ball in the gap. Going to be a runner here. Braden's throw is not in time.
Uh-oh.
Feeney's throw to third base will be late. And Josh Davis is on third base due to an error here. So, uncharacteristic early mistake from Braden there.
Dugout letting them hear it. Princeton getting their chirps out quickly.
So, a big situation here for Manny. Going to try and drive a ball deep. Corners are going to come in. The pitch. It's going to be a called strike on the outside half. So, corners in here for West. Outfield is in no doubles. Early a cue shot to Jake Bramley. Looks back the runner at third. And the throw is a little high at first, but we have 2 down here. So sac fly is eliminated.
Good play there from Jake, making sure Davis didn't try going home and got the easy out at first. Now see, he can end the inning here.
And he wants to work with the umpire. Interesting to see what that's about. Blake Dayton comes here, up to the plate.
Umpire shaking his head.
Interestingly enough, Dayton, Feeney in center, and Bramble at short have a future together at Clark State Community College, where they're all committed. Hopefully none of that friendship boils over today, though. Dayton takes ball 1. A breaker from Bramble. Low and away. Interesting from Bramble here. Started a lot of hitters off with that breaker. Ball 2 misses high. So Bramble's going to try and stay concentrated here. Obviously gets 2 huge outs there in the inning to prevent any sacrifices. And strike 1 delivered to Dayton. So Bramble early here, unable to locate that, as Braden calls time, unable to locate that breaking ball for strikes. So we'll definitely have to make an adjustment moving forward in order to really control these Princeton hitters who can, at any point in time, put up a crooked number on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's first meeting between these 2 teams this year, so.
Swing and a miss from Dayton there.
You know, late in the year, both teams have gone through a lot so far this year, and I think there's a lot of tension for this one because of how much it means to the GMC race.
The 2-2 pitch. Fastball. Flared out to right field. Gallus is under it. And he gets the 3rd out of the inning. Firebirds coming to bat. Hello and welcome back to the bottom half of the first inning at Firebird Field. Leading off for the Firebirds is going to be Cam Gallus. So on the mound for Princeton, it's going to be Colson Wolf. It's going to feature 4 pitches. Fastball in the low 80s on the left side. It's going to top around 84. Low spin, so you're going to see a lot of lateral movement and sink, especially in the left-handed hitters like Gallus. Champ's going to be in the mid-70s. That's his firmest off-speed offering. He's going to try and put that off the fastball, see if he can get some deception out of that. The curveball and the slider are both in the mid to high 60s with pretty low spin rates, so predominantly a fastball changeup guy here for Wolf. First pitch, Gallus swung on, foul tip back to the screen.
Yeah, Colson Wolf, he's had his fair share of struggles throughout the year, but I think he's starting to catch on lately. That game against Edgewood, where they won 9-3, gave up 0 earned runs and pitched 4 innings, so he's definitely picking up the pace as a lefty.
Key for Wolf as he goes through this game is going to be that control. Commanding the zone. Wolf's averaging over a walk per inning. The strikeouts are also high, though, so intriguing arm definitely for Princeton. Third pitch of the at-bat's down low for a ball. Count goes to 1-2 on Gallus. Gallus, a notoriously good 2-strike hitter. Let's see how he does here. He'll flare one to the left side. Third baseman converges on it, and he's there. 1 out.
Now batting shortstop number 1, Noah Bramble.
Now Noah Bramble comes up. Bramble, in that key win over Mason, was 2 for 3, 2 base hits to the left side against a quality left-handed arm. So, talking with him before the game, just discussing, like, hey, keeping the same approach. Gonna try and, there's that curveball from Wolf. Pretty slow. Bramble gonna try and keep all of his swings over to the right side and try and punch the ball through the 4-hole. Wolf steps off.
Yeah, I feel like he's just been kind of been the leader for this team this year. He's, always a great guy to be around, and, he's got 17 RBIs on the year. He's just done a really good job all over consistently from game to game.
1-1 offering. It's going to be down low. Bramble thought about it. Checked his swing successfully. So Wolf, sophomore, pitch. It's going to be flared by Bramble to the right side. It's going to get down. It's going down to the 328-foot sign. Bramble, he's going to push it to 3. He's got
there he goes.
Swing. The throw from Sanchez, not in time.
Wow.
Bramble's got himself a triple start today.
Great way to start the game from Noah. Great for your confidence as well. I mean, that was great delivery on the swing. And
so interesting situation here for the Firebirds. That win over Mason. They put up 2. Could have been a lot more. Situational hitting was really lacking. The 2 runs were almost a gift from a botched line drive out to center. So we're going to see if Braden can get it back to a ball here. First pitch swinging. He's going to flare it out to right. Will Bramble tag? Right fielder catches it. Bramble is coming home. Throw will be cut off and not in time. Woo! Lakota West has themselves a lead.
Birds are on the board.
A couple of choice words there for catcher Blake Dayton. As I mentioned earlier, Bramble and Dayton may have a future together at Clark State. So now the hitter, Caleb Ratliff, nobody on, 2 out. Lakota West finds himself in an early 1-0 lead. Very good signs to see out of a notoriously scuffling Lakota West offense. That ball is flared out to the right field line. Right fielder will not be able to catch it. It goes at the batting cages.
Yeah, Caleb's young, sophomore, but he's hit well this year. 350 batting average, and looking to continue that here.
Wolf will take a moment. No balls. 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first inning. The pitch. Going to be lined up. The middle.
Oh, good hit.
That's a great swing. Super encouraging sign there from the young sophomore.
The offense looks really capable right now.
This is a guy that Coach Gaswin feels can really make a difference. Even obviously this year, getting the cleanup hitting role, but going forward for his junior and senior year, going to look to contribute a lot to this program. So now Liam Feeney digs in. Runner on first, 2 outs. Ask for time. Owen DeFini is flared out to the right side of the infield. That will be caught by Manny Sanchez Gonzalez. Forgot there were 2 outs there. That'll conclude the first inning. We'll see you in a few minutes. And welcome back to Firebird Field. Top half of the second inning. Score is Lakota West 1, Princeton Vikings nothing. Bremo ran into a little bit of trouble in that first inning. A couple issues with control. We're going to see how he bounces back here. First pitch. He's not going to find the inside corner for a ball. It's another first pitch breaking ball that misses the zone for Bramble. Second pitch. And it's chased up high. So 1-1 count here. Bramble working very quick off the mound. Second pitch is chased. 1-2 count now. To Camden Broadnax, left fielder. See how Bramble attacks him. And that's going to be strike 3 on a fastball above the zone. Really encouraging sign there. Bramble not being able to really command that breaking ball, especially get in the zone. Going to the fastball out of the zone there, something that Broadnax wasn't able to do damage with, is a really, really good sign for Bramble, and they're really going here.
Yeah, great for him for his confidence, and after that first inning.
First pitch is a wave and a miss.
Yeah, but getting out of that first inning unscathed, and now you start off second inning with an out, strikeout. Great way to start.
Bramble's in a groove now.
Yeah. Got an 0-2 coming up.
Very quick strikeout last batter. Now he's quickly 0-2 pitch. He's going to try that high fastball again. Wolf able to lay off.
Favorite part about Bramble's pitching is how quick he goes. It's wasting no time here.
Super refreshing to watch. The ball's going to skip back to the backstop. So Wolf, today's pitcher, a sophomore, had some experience freshman year. The pitch. That's going to be skied out to right. Gallus seems to be under it. And he's got it for the first out of the inning. Wolf is retired.
Good contact on that hit, though. After what looked to be an 0-2 count, and got it back to 2-2 and then hit with some nice contact. So not a bad at-bat at all.
Yeah, Wolf with only a 269 average, but 400 on-base percentage, so getting on base 40% of the time. Clearly a guy they trust to provide some offensive production in the lineup. Here's Corey Bonner Jr. First pitch is a strike on a breaking ball, so good adjustment there from Bramble. He's got 2 quick outs. Bonner asked for time. It's granted. Bramble's still working very quick off the mound. Second pitch. Up and in. A little bit of chin music there. Back Bonner off the plate. Third pitch. Misses inside. So Bonner, another young piece in this Princeton lineup, playing center field. So it's another example of all the athletes that Princeton has all over the field. That ball is flared out to the right side. Not playable. So Bramble getting a lot of trouble here from Bonner's pleas for time. Hopefully not throwing him out of rhythm too bad. Shakes off. Time granted again.
Wow.
So sometimes what you see with some umpires is they're very strict on who they give time to and when. Some umpire seems to be pretty lenient. The 2-2 offering. Narrowly misses. Quality take there from Bonner. Jake showing a little bit of signs, a couple signs of frustration at perhaps Bonner's excessive. The pitch. Swung on and miss.
What an inning from Bramble.
Bramble picks up 2 strikeouts. And the Vikings are still scoreless after 2. And welcome back to Firebird Field for the bottom half of the second inning. Leading off will be Tyler Zimmerman, the first baseman. Zimmerman had some early struggles here in the early going. Batting average has been below 300 for quite some time now. He's going to try and bounce back here.
Yeah, he had a very hot start to the year, but last year kind of struggled a little bit as well, and I think he's just got to get back into that rhythm he was at the start of the year.
Wave and a miss on a fastball by Zim. Count goes to 0-1. The offering. This is low. So Zim, as I like to call him, a Thomas More commit, again shown signs of really good offensive production, just hasn't quite been able to piece it together here. Third pitch of the at-bat, misses low and in. So the count goes to 2-1, very advantageous count for especially a scuffling hitter like Zim, looking to find a solid pitch to hit and drive it the other way. 2-1. Curveball, waved on, and flared behind home plate. Count goes to 2-2.
Yeah, I think for West, this series is obviously very important. Then you got East coming up in a few more days. So
yeah, that East series is huge. So you really want to look to build some confidence here against in the series versus Princeton. That ball is fouled off to the right side and gets out of play.
Yeah, arguably the 2 biggest series of the season coming at the last 2 series of the season. So going to be very interesting.
From Wolf here. It's a curveball rolled over to the left side to Davis. Throws it over to Wolf for the first out of the inning.
Now batting designated hitter number 8, Parker Isaacs.
So interesting situation here for Parker Isaacs. Don't believe he's ever played in a varsity game where he's been the DH. So we'll see if that allows him to maybe settle in a bit more, get a little bit more comfortable offensively. Wolf done a really good job at living in the strike zone here early. That ball misses up and out. Wolf again, another quick worker, much like Bramble. Count goes to 2-0. Fastball misses up and away. So Parker Isaacs, primarily a center fielder and a pitcher, 2-0, hits him. And Parker throws the bat.
Now batting second baseman 12, Wyatt Souls.
So here comes who I would say is the most intriguing hitter in this Lakota West lineup. Wyatt Souls coming into the season, especially after very limited experience his junior year last year on that regional championship team. didn't get very many at bats, but this year really putting together a nice offensive season. Averages just under 300 with an on base percentage of 500. So got on base half of the time, really finding quality ways to contribute to this Lakota West offense that, for being honest, has not been able to find an excellent groove. Parker got deked a little bit by Colson Wolf. Thought he saw a pickoff move, but pitch to Wide Souls. This is up and in. So here, like I was talking about, Wolf's inability at times to find the strike zone and really challenge hitters. Pitch starting to show a little bit as he's behind here 2-1 to Wyatt Souls, who surprisingly this year has been a power threat. He's got 2 home runs, just one shy of being in the top 5 in GMC, which is back. Oh my gosh. It's my playing days coming out there, fellas. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Oh no. Count remains 2-2. Wyatt Souls. The pitch. It's going to be cut on and missed by Wyatt Souls. He is down by way of decay.
Now batting third.
By way of decay.
21.
I like it.
Advanced.
Owen Herring.
So Owen Herring, really intriguing hitter here. Hasn't quite been able to put it together quite yet, but he's got a home run and a dominant win over Coleraine earlier in the year. Light tower power. Also a dual sport athlete. Looking to back up or even start a couple games for the football team this year. First pitch fastball misses outside.
Yeah, I got some varsity action on the Friday Night Lights this year, and also a member of the baseball team. So
that fastball misses way high. Count goes to 2-0 on Herring. Wolf falls behind an account yet again. Want to give a quick shout out to Hayden Holmes and Jordan Hauk, who are in attendance today. Welcome back, fellas. 2-0 to Owen Herring. Curveball misses up and out. Count goes to 3-0. So I'll be curious to see if he gets a green light to swing or if he's going to go full take here. If I was a betting man, I'd say he takes this pitch, and I am right, as I am most of the time.
Now batting right.
Owen Herring goes to first base.
4.
Park Rises goes to second base on the walk.
Gallus.
That will bring up the top of the order. Cameron Gallus, 0 for 1 today.
yeah, Jordan Hauk, really just a veteran. You know, he was on the football team. He's on the baseball team. He even
90 against Fairfield last year.
he even broadcasted for us.
Wow, Renaissance man, Jordan Hauk is.
Yeah, jack of all trades.
Love to see it. Great man for the program.
Truly.
So Wolf needs a second to collect his thoughts. Here's his offering. Gonna miss down low to Cam Gallus. Cam coming in today hitting .367 with a .441 on base percentage, 22 hits, 2 doubles, 2 triples, and a homer. Got 12 RBIs, 8 stolen bases. That's 5 off the team lead. Second offering misses low in the dirt. So here, like I mentioned earlier, Wolf having a really hard time getting ahead of these Lakota West hitters and challenging them to a pitch. Misses down low again. Having trouble making an adjustment here.
Yeah, this could get interesting here for Colson Wolf. 2 batters in a row, onto a 3-0 count. Let's see if he can shake off the rust here and get a strike.
Gallus perhaps in an attempt to miss. Throw off Wolf's timing, close time. This umpire, like we said, is pretty lenient with how he gives time, so he is granted. 3-1 to Gallus. He's taking for a strike. And that will miss high to Gallus. Gallus will take his base. Bases are now loaded. One of the most potent hitters in this West lineup is going to be Noah Bramble.
Yeah, this is definitely not a good position here for Princeton.
Looking to do some direction here.
Got bases loaded and Noah Bramble coming up. 2 outs though. If you can get a grounder here and maybe a strikeout end the inning, but gonna need to do something here.
Princeton's got an arm going in the bullpen early on here. Looks to be Joe Roberts out there today's DH. Cut and a miss by Bramble. Surprising that Bramble swinging first pitch there, especially after Wolf's issues with command in this inning. The 0-1 offering. It's going to miss inside to Bramble. Wolf seems to be finding a little bit more velocity here to Bramble as well. Maybe there's some bad blood there stemming from what looked to be a conflict with Blake Dayton last inning. That ball's going to be fouled back behind home plate. Count goes to 1-2 with 2 outs here. So a big pitch for Wolf. Going to see if he can get himself out of quite the jam he's got here. Cam Gallis on first base, Owen Herring in second, Parker Isaacs on third base. The 1-2 from Wolf. It's going to miss outside. That's been his miss so far in the early going of this game. It's been that fastball missing up and outside. So count goes to 2-2 now to Bramble. Pitch. That's going to be fouled off behind home plate. Good job by Bramble there. Found a good pitch off. So Bramble 1 for 1 today with a triple down the right field line. Going to try to mirror that approach here, especially with 2 strikes. Drive the ball hard the opposite way. 2-2. Getting this low. So now you got nowhere to put Bramble. 3-2 count. Got to throw a strike here. But I don't know, Andrew, if he's got the ability to quite command the strike zone the way he'd like to.
Yeah, we'll have to see here.
Bramble slams the bat down in frustration. That ball is going to be caught by Manny Sanchez-Gonzalez in shallow center field. We'll be right back with the top half of the third inning. Princeton Vikings are coming to bat. And welcome back to the bottom half of the third inning from Firebird Field. Score remains Lakota West 1, Princeton nothing, especially, or even after that bases loaded jam that Wolf got himself into last inning. First pitch from Bramble is going to hit.
Rush the field.
Hit that batter on the helmet.
Clear the benches.
Yeah, signs of aggression. That's a good sign. So Bramble going to try and shake that one off as he faces first baseman Grayson Wolf here. So no word yet if Princeton's going to make a pitching substitution for next inning. Obviously, we saw Joe Roberts in the bullpen loosening up. First pitch from Bramble. It's going to be a bunt. And it misses harmlessly in the dirt. So run on first, nobody out. 1-0 count here for Bramble. Going to try and get back into that groove that we saw him living in last half inning. But again. And that's going to miss. Gets a couple of questioning calls from the Lakota West dugout, but fact remains it is a 2-0 count. Tight zone here early for the home plate umpire. That third pitch is unmistakably a strike.
Yeah.
Surprised the bunt wasn't on there for Wolf. Wolf does not run well. He's a first baseman and a pitcher. Not known for his speed. Also never seen a bunt. He's going to put the bunt on again. Johnson thinks about firing over to first, but nobody home, so he won't risk playing catch with the right fielder, Cam Gallus.
Both these dugouts, very energetic. I think that's important. When you're trying to win baseball games, you got to be.
3-1. And that's going to be right around where that previous pitch in the at-bat missed, so maybe an interesting adjustment that the Firebirds need to make to that zone. The 3-2, cut on, rolled over to the left side, foul. So nobody out, 3-2 count for Wolf. Wolf also a key pitcher on this team. He's got an ERA over 6, but he's a real innings eater for these Princeton Vikings. He's a guy that they can trust to go in and get some outs when they need it. On the offensive side of things, though, Grayson Wolf hitting 304 with 347 on base percentage. He's going to swing away, and Sky went out to deep left field. And that one will get out of here.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Dugout goes crazy.
So Grayson Wolf has hit his first home run of the season here against the Firebirds off of one of their best arms, Jacob Bramwell. And that one really never had any chance of staying in the yard. So the Vikings take a lead on a massive home run from Grayson Wolf.
Here we go, 2-2.
And that's going to be flared to the right side. It's going to find itself out of play and onto Street. So count remains 2-2. Pretty heated competition here. Not only between Lakota West and Princeton, but between Bramwell and Davis. 2-2 offering misses down and away with a breaker. So definitely don't want to give Davis a free pass. Again, like I mentioned, always a threat to run. 3-2 is going to be a swing and a miss. So excellent job of rebounding there after the home run. Strikes out one of the best hitters in this Princeton lineup. So Kenneth Pope, third baseman, is going to hit here. He's been really an emerging star for these Vikings. I mean, out of nowhere. He's a sophomore.
Yeah, only
over 400.
Yeah, only sophomore, 5th in batting average in the GMC. And he's just been really consistent for this team.
That ball's flared over to the right side. Zimmerman will give chase, but he will not get there. That'll find its way to Lakota West bullpen. So no action in that Lakota West bullpen. They're gonna see how much they can get Bramwell through this game, and what has been an extremely rough patch for these Firebirds. Lots of adversity. Huge swing and a miss there from Pope. Count goes to 1-2. It would be huge for Coach Swin, Coach Molnar, and these Firebirds for Bramwell to go 5 innings, 6 innings, maybe a complete game. Especially if he keeps being as efficient with these hitters as he has been. Getting an outcome in 3 or 4 pitches is always encouraging for a guy who wants to go deep in the game. The 1-2 pitch is skied to the right side of the infield. Wyatt says he's got it. Bramwell calls him off, or does he? No, he does not. And Pope will advance to second base on what has been what was a continuation of what has been a brutal defensive season for these Firebirds.
Yeah, that's just miscommunication. I mean, 3 guys in the same spot. That's a recipe for disaster.
The Firebirds almost have twice as many reported errors as these Vikings do. So, and
it's brutal for Bramble. You know, it felt like you got 2 outs on the board there, and now you got a guy on second.
With 1 out and one of the most potent hitters in this Princeton lineup hitting. That's going to be skied. Got a second chance here for Owen Herring, and he's got it.
There we go.
Good job by Bramwell covering third there with Pope, who is, again, just another pure athlete in this Princeton lineup. Runs very well, as does Sanchez. So now up comes Blake Dayton. Again, what I kind of touched on earlier, may have a possible feud developing here between Dayton, Johnson, and Bramble over there at shortstop. So be really good to see Bramwell make quick work of Dayton here. This first pitch is going to be skied in the air on the right side of the infield. He'll get out of play harmlessly. So count goes to 0-1. Dayton, Clark State commit, having a pretty good year after playing behind one of the best hitters in the GMC last year, Wyatt Shaw. Didn't see very many opportunities to contribute. Bramwell's second pitch is a breaking ball that finds the zone. So interesting to see Wolf not jumping on Dayton jumping on a hanging breaker from Bramwell there. Much to the dismay of Braden and Noah.
Yeah.
So 2-0 to Manny. That's going to find the low and away corner. Strike one. Still a 2-1 count to one of the most potent hitters in the GMC. So you got to be really careful if you're Jake Bramwell. And that breaking ball is going to find top of the zone. Manny checks in with the home plate umpire. Trying to see the Firebirds there with a Willie Mays style over the shoulder basket catch.
Wow.
Wow, that was a huge play.
Huge momentum swing right
Huge
there.
momentum swing. We're going to see if the Firebirds can capitalize on that in a few moments. And welcome back to Firebird Field for the bottom half of the fifth inning. It's going to be the top of the order with Cameron Gallus, Noah Bramble, and Braden Johnson due up. And for the Firebirds, sophomore right-handed pitcher number 25, Ben Zanoni, is in the bullpen, tossing with backup catcher Victor Hagar. So be curious to see if Bramble gets the nod, start another inning, perhaps finish the inning, should the inning go well. But I digress. Here's the first pitch to Gallus. That's going to miss low and away. So it'll be key for Gallus to get on here as the 1-0 comes in. And that slider is going to miss low and away. Because if Gallus gets on here, then you have speed for the Firebirds on the base pass. 2-0. Swung on, lined up the middle. That's going to be a base hit to lead off the inning. So as I was saying, oh my gosh.
Yeah, right down the middle.
Now batting, shortstop number 1.
So we're going to see if Bramble, who is obviously a potent hitter, can hit the ball over the fence. He's got a homer this year. See if he gets the bunt sign to perhaps move Cam over to second base, or if Coach Schwinn trusts him enough to swing away. That first pitch slider is going to miss up and away, as of so many others. And Zanoni's warming up in the bullpen, seems to have slowed down. So the 1-0. So that would possibly indicate that Coach Molnar and Coach Schwinn have a little bit more faith in Bramble. And so Zanoni. So the count goes to 1-1 against Bramble. The pitch. It's going to be that slider. And that's going to miss. Apparently outside to Noah Bramble. So the count goes to 2-1. Advantageous count for Bramble to do some damage here. He's already got a triple today. Pitch. Swung on. Huge cut. But it'll only be fouled back over the net. So count goes to 2-2 on Bramble. Knowing Bramble, he's probably going to look to line a ball to the right side. That 4 hole is wide open. Sanchez is playing double play depth. The pitch. That's, fastball is going to miss upstairs, and the count will run full.
Yeah, I do want to apologize for the camera being out right now, trying to figure things out.
Yep. It's going to be a foul ball by Noah Bramble. So count remains 3-2. Wolf comes set. Gives a glance at Gallus, the pitch. And that's going to miss low to Bramble. He draws a walk. So the Firebirds will now have first and second with nobody out. Excellent speed on base pass.
Got to capitalize here.
So we're going to see, just like I was mentioning with Bramble, Braden Johnson has some light tower power that the entire GMC knows about. We're going to see if he gets the bunt sign or, again, Coach Quinn trusts him enough to swing away. He's been on a bit of a cold streak. He's going to swing away and take ball 1 upstairs. The 1-0 to Braden Johnson. Taken for a ball. So if you're the Firebirds, you're really, really encouraged by what you're seeing here. First and second, nobody out. And Wolf not able to find the strike zone with any consistency. Braden will take a huge cut and foul one back. The count remains advantageous, 2-1. To Johnson. Wolf gives a look. And that will be in. Find the inside corner. Questionable call there, especially after squeezing Wolf on a few other calls. So count goes to 2-2 on Johnson, who is a notoriously good 2-strike hitter. Runners will be off. Swing and a miss. And they will be safe. No! 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 I humbly disagree.
Now batting left fielder number 7, Caleb Ratliff.
Boy, after a couple 50-50 calls went Princeton's way earlier on second base, a call that seemed to be pretty easy there for the umpire to make is instead an out and a true momentum killer as the Vikings get to strike him out, throw him out, double play. Wolf steps off. So big spot here for Caleb Ratliff. If he is to find some green in the outfield, I'd bet that Bramble's got the green light to go and try and score. Fastball finds the inside corner. So 0-1 to Ratliff. Huge momentum killer there for the Vikings. And Ratliff's 0-1 swing misses. He'll find himself down 0-2 with 2 outs now. What seemed to be a promising situation for the Firebirds is now boiled down to essentially... Hey, Mom. Essentially hopeless. The 1-2 to Ratliff is going to find outfield grass. So we're going to see if Bramble gets the green light. He will. The throw from left field will not be in time. And Ratliff's got himself another marquee moment as part of this outfield. And this game is now tied up at 2.
Now batting center fielder number 20,
And a little bit
Liam
of drama there. The throw
Feeney.
gets away from the pitcher, but Ratliff will remain at first base. That is an excellent at-bat from Ratliff after he was down in the count 0-2. Hits the ball hard to left field. And now it'll be Feeney's turn to continue to do some more damage. That ball is fouled back off the catcher Dayton. Want to give a quick shout out to my mom for coming to the broadcast booth. You are the best, Mom. Anywho, count goes to 0-1 against Liam Feeney. Wind the set and pitch. Ratliff will go on the pitch, but Feeney fouls it back. So Ratliff will be forced to retreat back to first base. So Feeney looking to continue what has been a super important inning for these Firebirds. He's down in the count 0-2. Dayton. And Feeney will call time. So Wolf gets the sign, comes set. Not a big lead for Ratliff over there. The pitch swung on and fouled off to the right side.
We need to get it connected first. It's not the transmitter, it's the cord. We don't have any cord.
So Feeney's still trying to find something out of admittedly desperate count. 0-2 here. 2 outs. Caleb Ratliff, who does not run well on first base. Wolf comes set. Throws. Outside to Feeney. And Ratliff has successfully stolen second base. Excellent jump there off an admittedly tough left-handed pitcher.
Here, we'll try this. Well, it was working.
Not sure if he had the steal sign on there or if he just read Wolf's wind up like a book. But count goes to 1-2 on Feeney after that curveball misses high. Wolf will check on Ratliff at second base. The pitch will miss outside, and Dayton has to make a fabulous diving move to prevent Ratliff from advancing to third on a pass ball.
This might work. I guess I'll just do score. This might work.
In the pen for Princeton is number 10, Mariah Miller. That's been their marquee bullpen arm. He has been excellent. Wolf comes set and pitches. That's going to be a swing and a miss for Feeney. He's down on strikes. But not before Lakota West tacks on another run. Thanks to a Bramble walk and a Caleb Ratliff RBI single. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Firebird Field. Again, we apologize for technological difficulties. So, new pitcher for the Firebirds will be number 25, Ben Zanoni. Jacob Bramble's day is done. He goes 5, gives up 2 earned on the home run from Grayson Wolf. So, hitting now will be catcher number 2, Blake Dayton. He is yet to leave his mark on today's game, apart from throwing out Cam Gallus on a controversial call, third base last inning. Tonight's delivery will be inside. He goes to the backstop. So 1-0 count. Zanoni on the year, 3.87 ERA, 11 strikeouts, and 12 2/3 innings of work. Ben's pitch. That'll find the zone. Outside corner. Strike number 1. So count goes to 1-1 against Blake Dayton. Zanoni's wind and the pitch. Curveball chopped to the left side. Herring botches it again, but throws and is in time to get Dayton. So Owen bobbles the ground ball, but picks it up, sticks with it, and Dayton, who does not run well, is able to make it to first base safety. So Zanoni has been largely very reliable for these Firebirds all season. Sophomore, first year on varsity. Spent last year on the freshman team, so no JV. Went freshman to varsity, and he's really embracing his role. His pitch is a curveball that finds the zone to Camden Broadnex. Broadnex has struggled offensively this season. He flares the ball to the right side. It's going to have to get out of play. In 241, but a 405 on base percentage. So he's got a great eye at the plate. Mature approach for a sophomore. Ben winds. Deals. Fastball. Popped up in the air, out of play. Gallus would give chase, but will be unsuccessful. So Zanoni will give Gallus in right field a few moments to collect himself, get back in position. He's ready. Wind in the pitch. Curveball misses high to Broadnex. So he's ready. His pitch. It's going to be popped up in the air. Second base. Wyatt Soul is under it and makes the first out of the inning. Pardon me, second out of the inning. So 2 outs now for the starting pitcher, Colson Wolf. So if he's hitting now, clearly Ben's pitch is going to miss high and away to left-handed hitting Colson Wolf. Colson started this game, and despite a few lapses in command, has done well at managing traffic on the base pass. The 1-0. It's a curveball that finds the mark. Now, Zanoni's been known as a guy, one of the only guys in this West lineup to really get fired up coming off the mound. His 1-1 pitch is a curveball that finds the zone again. And you got to wonder, in a heated atmosphere like this, if we'll see another fireworks show from Zanoni as he comes off the mound. The 1-2. Fastball that misses just outside. Dugout really wanted that one. So the count was a 2-2 on Wolf. The pitch. Swung on and lined up the middle. That'll be a base hit for Colson Wolf. So the Wolf brothers are really carrying the Vikings to a solid performance here today. So Joe Roberts will hit here. We saw him warming in the bullpen earlier, but now it'll be Mariah Miller, I should say. Princeton's #1 guy in the bullpen. Ben Zanoni's pitch is going to be flared to the right side, and Wyatt Souls will be unable to make the catch. Cam Gallis will throw it to second base. Wolf advances to third. And now Zanoni's find himself in a jam after 2 back-to-back hits by the Vikings. That was a short flare to right field that just made its way over a jumping wide souls. So Firebirds still have 2 outs. They're going to have center fielder Corey Bonner Jr. hitting here. Hitless here today. Zanoni comes set. His pitch misses high with a fastball. So Roberts over at first. Not an insane threat to run, unlike many of the hitters in this Princeton lineup. But Bonner has great speed. He's a dual sport athlete, plays football as well. Zanoni down the count. 1-0. Time is granted to Bonner. He gets a sign from third base coach. Zanoni will check on the runner at first base. Check again and come set. His 1-0 offering is swung on and missed. Fastball on the outer part of the plate. Had Bonner fooled.
I'm thinking about just going to practice. Alex is trains too late, but
So 1-1 here to Corey Bonner. Then set. Deals. Swung on and missed with an outside fastball again. So quickly 1-2 here after back-to-back great fastballs from Ben Zanoni. His fastball is probably his best pitch. Hovers right around the mid-80s. Top 85, 86. Sophomore going to try and get out of a huge jam here. Top half of the 6th inning. Pitch. Ooh. Narrowly missed with a fastball. Crowd wanted it. Dugout wanted it. Ben wanted it. He's not giving that strike. So Ben's 2-2 to Bonner. Fastball. Narrowly misses again. And that's a pitch that we perhaps have seen called for the softer throwing left-handed pitcher Wolf. So count goes to 3-2. Huge pitch here for Zanoni. Goes behind him and hits him. So bases loaded here for the kid who has hit and scored the only 2 runs of the game today, Grayson Wolf. Sent a high fly ball deep into left field for a home run. And lined a ball sharply up the middle last time up. So bases loaded, nowhere to put Wolf. Got to pitch to him. Zanoni needs to really see how well he can compete against someone who's having a great game today. Offering. Swung on a miss on a curveball. Excellent pitch from Zanoni there. That pitch looked like a strike the whole way through until it wasn't. And induced a swing and a miss from Wolf. West dugout getting into it a little bit. Grayson Wolf will be given time. Still waiting on a sign from third base coach. And it looks like Princeton's going to employ a pinch runner here. It's going to be number 7, Benji Tapia. And he'll be running for Joe Roberts at second base. So now you have one Wolf brother, sophomore Colson Wolf at third base. Tapia at second, Bonner at first. So solid speed on the base paths here. Clearly they trust Grayson Wolf to do some damage. 0-1 from Ben Zanoni. Cut on. Line drive out to right field. Cam Gallis makes an unreal catch out in right field to save at least a run. And we did, in fact, see a fireworks show from Ben Zanoni as he goes off the mound trying to give these Firebirds any excuse to get up on their feet and get loud. For a huge bottom of the 6th inning coming up right after this. And welcome back to Firebird Field for the bottom half of the 6th inning. Leading off for the Firebirds will be number 14, first baseman Tyler Zimmerman. And we still have our good friends, the Lakota West Student Broadcasting Club, trying to get these technical difficulties figured out. But it looks like it's going to require camera replacement, so that'll take a minute. The first pitch from new Viking pitcher Mariah Miller is a strike. Mariah Miller, left-handed pitcher, has been really the guy for the Princeton Vikings bullpen. His 0-1 offering. Change-up, hit shallow right center. And that'll be a base hit for
Oh, wow.
Zimmerman.
What a hit.
And that is a huge first base runner. Tyler Zimmerman's having probably the best game of his season so far. Parker Isaac's going to step up and try to prove something for himself here. So be curious to see if Parker Isaacs lays down a bunt here
The bottom of the 6th.
rather than swinging away. Zim does not run well, and he will lay down a bunt. It's a great one to the right side of the infield, and he'll be out. But excellent sacrifice there from Parker Isaacs. Tyler Zimmerman is at second base.
Second base number 12.
So
White Soul.
earlier in the game, Wyatt Souls and Owen Herring struck out with a runner on third base to strand him and avoid scoring its game-tying run. So we see how they get their retribution here. Runner on second for the Firebirds. Does not run well. I'm surprised we haven't seen Gabe Johnson run. He absolutely did run for Tyler Zimmerman earlier in the game, so curious to see why Gabe isn't out there right now.
Yeah, it was kind of the same position. You had, well, it was Gabe earlier, but it's Tyler right now. You had him on second, and you had Wyatt up and Owen coming up after him, and now let's see if they can capitalize this time. 0 outs.
1-0 pitch is a strike, so count goes to 1-1 to Wyatt Souls against Princeton sophomore Mariah Miller. Sub-2 ERA and more than 20 innings pitched. The 1-1 swung on and missed by Wyatt Souls. So he quickly finds himself down 1-2. In this situation, you just have to put something in play and let the Vikings make an error and supply a mistake. 1-2 is fouled off.
That's a good.
Excellent sign there from Wyatt Souls. Seeing a pitch he doesn't like and just fouling it off. He lives another day.
Yeah, way to stay alive in the count.
The count remains 1-2 to Wyatt Souls. The pitch. It'll miss inside to Wyatt Souls. So, 2-2 count. And a huge spot here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Not necessarily do or die yet, but definitely want to get Zimmerman home. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and skied in the air. Shallow right field. Manny will converge on it. Instead, it's right fielder makes the grab. That was a late call.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion there, but it worked out.
He's now transitioning to right field. So Herring, who, as we know, is a threat to drive a ball into the gap. He'll have a quick talk with third base coach Brad Geschwind. So, huge spot here for the sophomore who, much like Ben Zanoni, doesn't have any experience at a level higher than freshman ball. So, huge spot here for Owen Herring. Try and prove something about himself here. He needs to hit a ball hard, hopefully into a gap or down the line, and score Tyler Zimmerman. The pitch. It's going to miss outside to Owen Herring. Again, this is Princeton's best arm. 1.87 ERA, 27 innings of work.
Wow.
Super impressive. Second pitch will miss outside to Owen Herring. So he looking to really battle out a quality at bat here. Hopefully, at the minimum, find himself on first base. Best case scenario, Owen Herring drives one out of the gap like we know he's capable of. With that being said, Princeton left fielder is playing very deep. Third pitch of the at-bat will miss high from Miller. Miller not. I digress. 3-0 pitch to Herring. It's a strike. Pretty much down the middle. Miller not. Super intimidating presence on the mound. But there was a lot of strikes despite being down 3-1 here. And that's going to be 2. Generous call there from the home plate umpire. But we're going to see how Owen can battle out in at bat here against a quality GMC arm. The pitch swung on and sky in the air left field. Left fielder under it and makes the grab. So Owen and Souls are retired in order yet again. Be the top of the order for Lakota West coming up in the bottom of the 7th. And welcome back to Firebird Field for the top half of the 7th inning. Some ominous clouds rolling in here. And we do have someone going to get a new camera. So for the 10 or 11 of you watching, hold on. You might want to stick around.
We do hope that we can get some camera footage of the end of this game. But until then, you can just listen to the luxurious Jacob Snow.
So leading off for the Princeton Vikings will be Josh Davis, their starting shortstop. First pitch misses high and in. 72nd pitch is a strike on the inside corner. So count goes 1-1 to Josh Davis, who, as previously mentioned, runs very well. Beat out a surefire double play earlier in the game. The 1-1 pitch. Lined up the middle, and Princeton has their leadoff man aboard.
Yeah, not a good start to the inning. You did not want that if you're West.
Absolutely have to be on the lookout for a stolen base here. Braden Johnson has to come up huge with a throw. I am almost certain that Davis will take off running, especially for Zanoni, who isn't necessarily the quickest worker down the mound. So Braden Johnson conducts some directions across the field. Zanoni's pitch. Curveball finds the zone for strike 1. Third baseman, number 4, Kenneth Pope. Pope struggled offensively here today. He's going to try and get a ground ball. Zanoni is. Fastball misses low and away. Great stop by Braden Johnson, preventing a pass ball to the screen. So count goes 1-1 to Pope here. Princeton Vikings 2-hole. Davis takes off. Braden's throw from the knees.
Come on,
Not in time.
He's
Davis
going
will make the
3.
break to third, and he'll have no chance of
He's
catching him there.
limping a little bit. Oh, I think he hurt himself.
Davis
Oh,
appears
no.
to have either encountered a problem with his knee or pulled a muscle, and he's going to walk off the field here.
That is
Really-
not a good sign at all for
really
Princeton.
Favoring that right leg. Looks to be in some discomfort. But regardless of his condition, as third base Princeton coach motions for a pinch run from the dugout, regardless of Davis's condition, Vikings have runner on third with nobody out. In a conference this talented has almost, you could practically chalk it up to a run already. as the Vikings will bring out a few players and a staff member to come check on Davis.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll take a short injury timeout and we'll be right back here for some more Firebird baseball.
And despite the dire situation here, we're on third, nobody out.
Got a little trash bag action going on the camera right now.
A camera feed. Never claimed it was the best.
Oh, wait.
Wait,
Oh.
Oh, we can see semblances of a baseball field here.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful.
Oh, yes. Welcome back to Firebird Field.
Oh, man.
All right, Zanoni's 2-1 pitch to Pope. Skied in the air to left field gap. And that's going to... Oh, that's going to be a fantastic catch from... Oh, no, it won't be.
No, that's on the transfer.
So, despite hitting the ball in excess of 300 feet in the left field gap,
Wow.
Kenneth Pope only
That was
up with a single.
almost an incredible catch.
And the field umpire won't even hear any arguments that was on the transfer. And Coach Braggish Wind is going to walk out to the field umpire and plead his case, but this field umpire seems pretty adamant on the fact that ball was lost by Feeney
Yeah.
prior to ever securing control.
Great effort from Feeney to get over there.
And just when he seems to have heard enough. So as it stands, the Princeton Vikings take a 3-2 lead over these Firebirds that, as of late, has just had such a hard time finding any traction offensively. So it'll be a runner on first for the Vikings.
Do want to give a huge shout out to Alex Dufek, camera operator. Got up and got us a camera when our other one wasn't working, and that's why we're able to show you guys the ending of this game with live footage.
So Zanoni's 0 pitch to Manny Gonzalez.
He definitely secured it, for an amount of time.
He's going to miss.
To me, it looked like he was trying to come up.
What looked like a pretty promising pitch there. Screw up ball. Zanoni's pitch is a strike. A curveball to Gonzalez. Oh, my apologies. I was wrong. His count has gone to 0-2 against slugger Manny Sanchez Gonzalez. Let's see. And that's going to be lined up the middle. That's going to be an excellent play.
Oh, what a play!
Make a pick! Oh, and Tyler Zimmerman's unable to come up with it.
That was impressive.
Excellent diving play by Noah Bramble over there at shortstop to try and get Pope doubled up on a ball that admittedly had every right to be a base hit.
Wow. Really good hit, and it's just great fielding from Noah. That's clutch. You needed that.
So Manny been unable to find any outfield grass today. That'll bring up catcher Blake Dayton with 1 out. Zanoni's first pitch is a fastball upstairs that is waved on and missed. Dayton nods his head as if he is sure of his ability to hit Ben Zanoni's pitching. We'll see about that. So 1 out, 0-1 count. Zanoni comes set. Fires. Pope takes off. Braden's throw from the knees. It will be not in time. And that another ball gets past the middle infielders. And Feeney will throw that away. Just a really bad showing of defense here by the Firebirds. This is
Brutal.
If they keep giving away free bases like this, it's a wonder how they're still in this one-run game. That's probably the third time that's happened today. And I don't know what prompted Feeney to throw that ball over to third base. Pope was probably more than halfway to third base. And Sweeney's going to take
And-
this opportunity to have a talk with Ben and probably some of the infielders because there is just something that's not clicking right now.
Yeah, we'll take a short break. Princeton dugout having time of their lives, and we'll be right back.
All right, welcome back. The count is 0-2 on Blake Dayton. He'll be trying to hit something deep to the outfield to score Pope over there at third base. So he comes set, fires. Fastball misses upstairs. Count runs to 1-2 on Dayton.
Huge at bat here. You need to get.
Firebirds bring their infield in.
Really need to strike out here. That would be huge.
Zoni, pitcher with strikeout stuff. His pitch cut on, flared over to the right side. He'll be out of play. Jeez, your heart really does drop every single time you're in a situation like this and you hear the crack of that bat.
Yeah.
Something else, man. So Zanoni ready for another 1-2 offering. He's set. Deals. Fastball misses just inside on a call that
Wow.
has been back and forth all game, that inside corner.
So 2-2 coming up here.
And if you're Benzanoni, you need everything that you can get. Don't have your best stuff trying to get these guys out. The 2-2 pitch. Cut on. It's going to be a base hit to center field.
Brutal.
Absolutely brutal. And Blake Dayton just made an obscene gesture over there to Cameron Gallus. He should be thrown out for that.
Whoa.
He should be absolutely thrown out for that. He should absolutely be thrown out for that move.
Wow. Tension's rising here.
And I think that's what Gishwin's going to talk about here. We have the footage, should anyone ask for it. Umpire's got to do a better job of moderating this game. I mean, that is inexcusable.
Yeah.
I mean, by the GMC rules, you can be thrown out even for saying a single swear word, let alone doing what Blake Dayton just did.
Yeah. And, when, a game with this much at stake and these circumstances, things can get ugly. And,
This seems to be no exception.
yeah.
So Cameron Broadnax is going to dig in, the left fielder for Princeton. The Vikings will pinch run for Dayton. Zanoni will check on him. Zimmy picks out of the dirt. But the fact remains that it is now 4-2 Vikings here on the top of the seventh. One out. Zanoni's pitch. Cut on and chopped over to the left side. Just a heartbreaking top of the seventh here for the Firebirds.
Yeah. After all the adversity they faced in the, past week or two, and really just needing a win here today, and feeling like it was going their way for most of the game, and that home run definitely hurt, but they bounced back, tied up the game, and now down 2 here.
Snowdy's pitch is going to miss high.
And they're going to have 3 outs at the bottom of the 7th to try to just claw their way back into this thing. First, you got to get out of this.
So Brydax is going to strike out on a solid curveball from Zanoni. 2 outs. Run on first for Colson Wolf.
Now,
Colson has a hit already today.
Colson.
You certainly want to stop the bleeding if you're Zanoni. Nobody up in the Lakota West bullpen. They're trusting Zanoni to get him out of this thing. Zanoni's set. Fires. Fastball flared in the air to center field. Feeney gives chase and drops the ball. And another probably unwise throw from Feeney in center field gives Princeton an extra base. And if you're Lakota West, you have to be finding ways to limit these free bases.
Yeah, it's just been a very chaotic top of the 7th and just has not gone the Birds' way here.
So Princeton debating over who to send out to hit here. Looks like it'll be DH Joe Roberts. Yet to leave his mark on the game today. We'll step aside. Okay, welcome back. Hitting again is number 13, Joe Roberts. The runner on second and third, 2 outs. Ben looking to claw his way out of the inning. He'll step off. Time granted by home plate umpire for Joe Roberts.
You need to just get out of this one here. You got 2 outs. You need to stop the bleeding here.
Swung on and missed off an excellent curveball by Benzanoni, so the count will be 0-1. But again, the way this offense has been performing, those 2 runs feel like 5 or 6. Pitch from Zanoni. Cut on, rolled over the left side of the infield, and that'll sneak its way through.
That's going to bring in 2.
As well. So that's Joe's first contribution to the game today, and that might have been the knockout blow.
Yeah, it's going to put him up 6-2, and just missed opportunities here tonight for West. It's going to kill him.
I mean, these Firebirds haven't put up 4 runs in close to a week, let alone 4 runs in a single inning, so
it's going to take a miracle.
it's going to take a lot. It's going to take...
Crazier things have been done.
I don't know. Pitch from Zanoni. Curveball that finds the zone for strike 1. Center fielder Corey Barnes Jr. So Joe Roberts over there at first base does not run it particularly well, but with the way that Johnson has been throwing the ball into center field with Wyatt covering, tough to imagine that Maybe the third base coach for Princeton isn't tempted to take a little risk, try and tack on some more insurance. Ben's pitch is a fastball, fouled right back. Count will go to 1-2. So, going into this inning, tied it up, and then a 4 spot from Princeton. Probably not how you'd want this game to go if you're Lakota West. Zoni's 1-2 pitch. It's a curveball. Chopped over to the right side. Zoney covers. Zim's toss is in time. So the Firebirds will get out of it, but not before Princeton Vikings hang 4 up. We'll be back after a short break. All right, welcome back. Firebirds facing a 6-2 deficit after Princeton hangs up 4. The first pitch to King Dallas is going to be fouled back. So, just to recap, Brian Miller, the current Princeton pitcher, best pitcher on the team, 3 saves. Pitch to Dallas, misses outside. So, it'll be tough for Lakota West to muster up 4 runs pitch. And that's going to be a called strike right around where the last pitch is missed. So, some inconsistencies here for the umpire. Count goes to 1-2 on Gallus. Pitch. Swing and a miss on a low fastball.
Mm.
And that is
Now
just
batting
so
Frustration.
number 1, Noah Bramble.
I mean, these are guys who play this game with so much passion. And it's really hard to see all that hard work, all that passion just not come to fruition. It was the first pitch to Noah Bramble's fouled back, strike 1. And it's intriguing to see Mariah Miller be so effective. I mean, not a super intimidating presence. And not a guy who's going to light up the radar gun. As Noah Bramble lines the ball sharply to left field for the Lakota West first base runner of the inning.
And there's momentum. I mean, you know, it's one base hit. It's not going to win you the game, but it's at least a step in the right direction.
So Braden Johnson, who's obviously a huge power threat, yet to really straighten the ball out today. Everything's been kind of off the hands or off the end of the bat, so it's going to be interesting to see how he adapts to these circumstances. Pitch. Off-speed pitch misses upstairs. Looks like a change-up from Tony Miller. Curveball misses upstairs, so it's 2-0 to Braden Johnson. I'm not sure if it's Princeton's approach to pitch around Braden Johnson or if it's just a momentary lapse in command. Nevertheless, 2-0 pitch. Fouled back by Braden Johnson.
You can get Braden on base here. Be huge.
So 2-1 pitch, still an advantageous count to Johnson. And that's going to be sharply lined to left field, but left fielder barely had to move an inch.
Now batting left fielder number 7, Caleb Ratliff.
So here comes the hero from earlier in the game. He's just had such a quality tendency to hit the ball hard, hit the ball where there aren't any fielders, but obviously go West down to their last out here. Backs up against the wall. That's going to be a wild pitch that gets past catcher Dayton. And Bramblewood makes a second. Obviously, in this situation with the deficit being 4 runs and in the 7th inning, pitch, miss upstairs. With those circumstances, Bramble's run means very little, so I'm sure Geschwin's in his ear about being careful over there at second. Princeton not bothering to hold him on at all. As I say that, Manny creeps. Pitch will miss outside to Ratliff.
3-0 count.
Breaking ball from Miller. 3-0 count with 2 outs. Gotta be conservative here for Ratliff. And that's gonna find his zone. And that was not a very fast pitch, so you have to wonder if maybe Miller's in his head a little bit here.
He's just trying to gain control. And
Ratliff is great at first base.
Now
Didn't even
batting
spin the
center field number 20, Liam Feeney.
Birds are making things a little bit interesting here. Got 2 runners on.
2 runners out, 2 out. Liam Feeney, who has shown glimpses of hitting in the clutch so far this season. Had a great game early in the season at a home win against Sycamore, where he had multiple hits down the left field line. I'm sure here, Feeney's approach is probably to hit something hard down that left field line like he's so accustomed to. So Feeney digs in, 2 outs, fresh count. Miller's pitch. He's a fastball that's fouled away from Feeney, strike 1. So Malachi working. And Feeney is going to sky one up to Manny at second base. And that will do it. Firebirds dropped the first game of the series to the Princeton Vikings by a score of 6-2. We thank all of you for tuning in today. It's admittedly frustrating. As Coach Schwinn notions to the team, not a single word
Yeah, tough loss today. It was great sharing the mic with you tonight. Yeah, that'll be the end of the game. And Birds lose this one 6-2. Princeton put on a great performance. And we'll see you guys Monday for some softball.